I have just bought this abandoned BMW E36 which has been left to rot in a car graveyard.
Will it start?
And in the last video we cleaned and stripped the interior, put some semi-slick tyres on, and then replaced the perished rocker cover gasket.
But the question is, am I going to do more of an OEM Plus build or a track build? So I'll explain everything a little bit later on, but trust me, you're going to love what I've got planned. But for now, I want to address a pretty hot topic in the comment section. And of course, that hot topic are these headlights.
After reading the comments in the last couple of videos and looking at other BMW E36s, I have to agree that the aftermarket headlights installed on my E36 are not the best and they definitely need to be replaced with the originals.
Now when I bought the car, it actually did come with some original headlights, but as you can see, they're not in the best condition. There's some like bits missing at the back, there's some cracks in the plastic, and also there's a massive crack in the passenger side one. So I was like, do I take the glass off this, replace the glass, or find another just passenger side headlight and try and just rebuild them by putting the original modules and like plastics on the back, or whatever. I was a bit unsure at this point. But then the legend that is Steve, who I bought the E36 from, I'll leave all his links to his garage down below, actually found in his storage a set of E36 headlights that are in a way better condition. Take a look at these. They are in so much better condition. All the modules are on the back, all the bulbs are in there. Well, I think anyway. There's no major marks or cracks on them. They are 10 times better. And to go with the headlights, I have got some orange side lights.
So let's get these headlights swapped over by simply removing the 4 8mm screws holding it in place. And yes, I've now teleported to Hatton Motorsport's workshop because the evenings at the minute get dark so quick and it's always raining. So yeah, thanks guys for letting me use your space, I appreciate it. And now all the screws are undone, we can go ahead and remove the old headlights, and it was at this point that I realised I'm going to have to play around with the wiring because the aftermarket headlights didn't use the original loom.
So I honestly have no idea what's going on with this wiring. I've been playing about with it for a good 10 minutes or so, but whoever wired in these aftermarket headlights have sort of piggybacked all the wiring from the original loom, and obviously it worked, but yeah, I'm not sure. So I plugged what I think is right. I'm just going to turn it on and just see what happens. I honestly don't think this is going to work, but let's just try it. Okay, so that looks like a side light on. Okay, that actually looks like it's working. No, okay, so full beam doesn't work.
So now we've tested them and most of the lights work, I'm going to fully remove the old units and the wiring for them and clean up the area to install the new ones. And it was all going really well until I realised that I've messed up.
Oh, yeah, you can probably see what's going on here. Oh no. I'm guessing I probably got the lights from a compact maybe, not a coupe, but there's no way. There's no way that's going to fit.
That's not great, but we'll get back to the side lights in a second, but for now I want to try and get the full beam working.
Right, so I've switched out the bulb, I've nicked the full beam bulb from the old headlight and put it in the new headlight, and let's just see if that works. I feel like it's not going to be a bulb, but let's see. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Yes! It actually works! So you know when I said the headlights are going to be a bit of a mix and a match and sort of make a good headlight out of a few, and I wasn't joking because I've just spent a good, 20 minutes or whatever getting this all working, swapping the bulbs over, make sure it all works and everything like that, to then find out that the clips on the side, well, the top one there should look like the bottom one there. So hopefully you can see that the actual part of the plastic is just snapped off. But on the original driver's side headlight, it's all fine. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap over the bulbs and the plastic casings and put it on this one and use the old headlight for this side. Oh.
So working on cars isn't always easy, especially older ones and ones that have been tampered with before. But us car enthusiasts do it because we love it. But if you are enjoying the video so far, make sure you leave a like and also subscribe to see more. So luckily the original headlights that came with the car also came with some clear side lights, but unfortunately they don't have the rubber seals on them or the bulb socket holders either. But for now I'm going to get these installed and I'm going to use a trusty cable tie to hold the bulb in place. But I mean, what car build is a proper car build without a zip tie? I'm going to get some new side lights ordered, but the question is, do I buy clear or orange? And with the first side done and looking absolutely incredible, what do you think? But for now, let's get on with the other side. And with the headlights all done, I'm going to bring my attention to the grilles.
You know those days where you just want everything to work properly and just be smooth sailing? Well, today is not that day. I mean, it does look pretty good, but I just took the car out for a spin to get a drink and the headlights have started steaming up, so that's not ideal. Hopefully, it's just because they've been sat in storage and they'll clear up eventually. Yeah, also I ordered the wrong side lights, so I've just had to put these old ones in for now, which came with the original set of headlights, and also these chrome grills. They look pretty good, but they are missing a slat there, so I've just ordered a new set on eBay. So hopefully they should be here in a few days. We can get those fitted alongside with the new amber side lights, which I've just ordered as well. Yeah, I like that. The chrome grills kind of worked. And you know I'm a bit of a sucker for sort of doing D-chromes and stuff, but it kind of suits this car. Now, as I undo this bumper, I could find that there's some hidden damage underneath.
No, you won't.
What do you mean I won't?
I've checked it out using Car Vertical.
Why did I think of that?
Yeah, Car Vertical is a used car history check. You can get a full detailed report on your car or motorcycle in seconds. All you need is a reg or a VIN.
And yes, Steve is absolutely correct. I mean, for example, take a look at the report on screen for my E36. As you can see, it's green ticks all the way around. It's never been stolen, not had any mileage discrepancies, has no outstanding finance, and also never been in a crash. And if we scroll down, we can see loads of useful information like a mileage graph, the full vehicle specification, and it even shows you a full vehicle history timeline that shows you when it's had an ownership change, a plate change, MOT, all sorts. But that's all well and good, but let's have a look at a bad report. So on screen is another E36 that looks like it's been in the crash, so it's green ticks all the way around apart from damage. And on some reports it even shows you the crash damage photos from the auction sites. So yeah, this one's definitely one to avoid. So if you, a friend, or even a family member are buying their next used car, make sure you click the link in the description down below or use code BB10 for 10% off.
Do you know what E36s look like with no bumper?
What?
So now the bumper is off, I can start by removing the old, cracked, mismatched fog lights and get them replaced with some better ones. And here's the old ones, and here are the new ones, but so much better. Whilst the bumper is off, I'm also going to fit some mesh to prevent any stones from hitting the radiator, and not only does it prevent stones, it also looks quite good. And finally, I'm going to fit a new brake duct on the passenger side because that one was missing. And with the bumper back on, the final thing to do is install my new plates from Reg Plate King. I decided to go for the metal embossed style because I think it will suit the old school vibes perfectly. But if you want to go ahead and grab some number plates for yourself, there's a link down below and use code BB10 for 10% off. And with the front end done, I want to go ahead and remove the old side lights that have just been absolutely destroyed by the sun and replace them with some new clear ones. And to be honest, since I fit these, I'm not 100% sure that I like them. And now to replace the rear quarter trim, and even though this was a brand new BMW part, it still didn't fit correctly, so we've got to come back to this in the future.
Right, so I've now found myself down at the Tint guy here in Cornwall so Steve can work his magic on the car.
So huge thanks to Steve for fitting me in last minute, I really appreciate it. But he's going to be tinting my rear windows and also putting on a sun strip. And if you're interested in why I'm getting the windows tinted now in the state that the car is in, I'll explain a little bit at the end of the video. But if you need any window tinting or wrapping, then make sure you click the links in the description down below and contact that tint guy. I highly recommend him if you're in the Cornwall area.
Okay, this thing is looking so much better and we've not even scratched the surface yet. But wait a minute, there's one more thing we need to do. So what I was going to do is some sort of cool transition to say I put a new number plate on, but it turns out found some pretty bad rust. Yeah, underneath the original number plate is quite a big old bit of rust. It does feel like pretty solid in there, so I don't think it's rotten as such, but yeah, that definitely needs to be sorted. And also look, it's bubbling up here, a little bit there, and also at the bottom here. So yeah, I need to work out whether or not it's going to be best to repair this or get a whole entire boot, so I need to work that one out. For now, we're just going to cover it and leave that for another day. And that looks so much better. And remember, if you want any number plates, go to regplateking.com and use code BB10 for 10% off. So at the start of the video, I mentioned whether or not I'm going to be going down the Club Sport or OEM Plus route. And if I'm going to be honest, I'm sort of going to do a bit of both. So over the last few weeks, I have gone out and bought pretty much everything I need to complete the E36 build. Now obviously you're going to have to wait until the episodes to sort of see what I've bought, but let me just explain a couple of things. So I've got a roll cage, I've got buckets, I've got harnesses, I've got a shifter and a few other bits, and that is why I had to get the windows tinted now, because obviously I need to get the roll cage in, and when I get the roll cage in, you're not really going to be able to tint the window, so that's why I got the windows tinted when I did. But don't worry at all. I know there's a lot of people that are like, make sure you go OEM plus and don't do track build. I completely understand that, but there'll be a lot of original things left in the car, and also just retrimmed. Like for example, I plan to keep the original door cards, like the gear gaiter, the armrest, and also the handbrake gaiter. They're all going to get retrimmed in Alcantara and some nice stitching, so that would be really nice. I'm going to retrim the headliner and also going to do something called flocking on the pillars, so that's going to be pretty cool, and it's something I've never tried before, so yeah, that could be quite interesting. But trust me, I'm going to leave it in a really good state. I'm going to keep all the carpets in there. I'm going to make a nice sort of a rear bench build, and it's only going to be a half roll cage. It's not going to be anything stupid, but just trust my plans and trust the process is going to be good. So I think this is where I'm going to go ahead and wrap up today's video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment, and also subscribe. But I'm really hoping you've liked what I've done to the car so far and also my plans. But other than that, I shall catch you guys very, very soon in a brand new video.
Let's have a look.
No, literally. You like it, don't you?
It's hilarious. Do you know what E36s look like with no bumper?
What?